case the producer.
Since birth, I've always been curious about the world. I was always fascinated with learning and trying to figure out how to do things that I've never done before. When I was a baby, my grandpa was trying to get me to wink my eyes. You can see my determination. I couldn't even speak English yet, but it was obvious that I understood it. Growing up, my parents taught me ethics and morals that would carry me through life. They taught me never to quit, and if there's anything that I couldn't do, that I should learn how to do it. I've always been involved with sports, and I thought basketball was going to be my sport. Kids used to pick at me all the time because I couldn't jump as high as everyone else. I made it a goal of mine to be able to dunk a basketball one day. I jumped rope, I touched the ceiling, and I did calf raises 50 times daily. Since sports wasn't allowed in 6th grade and my mom couldn't pick me up from school till 4, I joined the cross-country team. I was pretty good at it, so whenever I got cut from the basketball team the rest of my middle school time, I just ran track as a distance running high jumper. High jump was just a layup with a flip, two things I'm familiar with. My freshman year of high school, I played JV basketball at Acre Grove. My game's improved a lot since middle school, and I was one of the few freshmen on the team that were able to dunk. My sophomore year is when I transferred to Mallard Creek. I still played basketball as a hobby, but I joined their track team as a distance running high jumper. It was around that time where I started doing a hobby called free running. Back in middle school, I used to do parkour, which is where you try to get from point A to point B as fast as you can, overcoming any obstacle in your way using just your body. This evolved to free running when I felt like I maximized my jumping ability, and then my jump training started turning into flipping. Free running is just like parkour, except it's measured in style more than speed. It started small, with jumping down stairs or vaulting trash cans, and then it grew to running on rooftops and jumping from them. I'll never forget the many times my mom would call me like, "What are you doing? Like, where are you at right now?" And I tell her I'm free running on top of a school, and she will always sigh like, "Don't fall off." And that's about the time where I give her some response like, "Oh, I won't," as I proceed to find the most efficient way to jump off of whatever building I'm on at the moment. This kept me conditioned for the summer, and this is the main source of my athleticism. When I returned to Mallard Creek, the extensive running and high jump didn't really mix well with each other. So I had a weird hip injury that wouldn't allow me to do both. So I had to cut the 800, and it made me try this crazy event called pole vault. Because of my fearless free running background, I won conference immediately that year. Mallard Creek didn't have a coach for my event, so I continued to train myself in jumping. As the years gone by, I got better at both pole vault and high jump. Over time, I started making a name for myself at Mallard Creek. I started holding different records. I went from school record to facility record and even the state record. I became champion of different things. Went from conference champion to regional to being the first person in 59 years to win states in both of my events at the same time. I became Mallard Creek's MVP and then Gatorade's Track and Field Athlete of the Year. Leaving all of my high school accomplishments behind, I signed a full ride scholarship to UNC Charlotte. Things are a lot different having a coach for my events now. My pole vault technique began to excel, and I continued to reach high heights. I built close relationships with the people I competed against and the people that I competed with. In hindsight, I definitely feel like I love this sport way more than I ever loved basketball. And of course, I love my team more than any basketball team I've ever been on.